Hey everyone, Matt from Overland Travelers. So today I'm going to talk about our updated camera gear. We have invested a lot of money recently into our gear with the aim of really pushing our production quality so that we can ultimately make the videos better for you to watch. Hi, I'm Matt, and this is Holly. We've been exploring and travelling around Australia in our old Toyotas for the past 3 years, going to some incredible locations. Subscribe to join our adventures. So we've noticed recently a lot of channels popping up, and to stay relevant we constantly have to evolve and always push ourselves to do better. So Icons, our feature film in the Flinders, was sort of a test to see how our viewers would respond. It was received really well, so it's definitely a direction that we want to go in. So we just got back from a trip to Kangaroo Island. It was amazing, by the way, where we again pushed our production. We're just editing that now and really excited to release that soon. Part of this change was an evolution in our camera gear. I just want to preface this video by saying that this is a camera gear I wouldn't recommend to people just starting out. It's very expensive and it gets complicated very fast. All right, so let's get into it. First off, we sold our Sony a6400 and the 16-70 f4 Zeiss lens we had with it. It was an awesome little camera and we used it heaps around Australia. Many videos were shot with that camera. But since we got our Sony a7 III, we found having a crop sensor and full frame camera was getting a bit cumbersome, especially considering we were investing in full frame glass, which I will get into later. I realised that by selling the a6400 and lens, we could get a second-hand a7 III, the same as our main camera. We got it for a really good price, and I would really recommend people looking for a camera to check out Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace. There are some awesome deals on there. We picked this a7 III up for around $1,800, which is a lot of camera for that kind of money. So by having two full frame bodies, we are swapping lenses less, and we pretty much just have one camera set up for vlogging and the other for B-roll. Moving on to our next lot of upgrades, we have invested in more glass. If you're familiar with camera people, they will always tell you investing in better lenses should be a priority. So we have recently bought two new lenses. First off, we have the 24 1.4 G Master from Sony. This is a really pricey lens. It's a prime, so it's a fixed focal length. We already had a wide angle with the 16-35, so you might be wondering why we got it. Well, for one, it's a f1.4, meaning the aperture can be opened right up, making it an amazing lens for astro shots. I did a Star Labs in Icons, which people really loved, and another video at Remarkable Rocks recently on Kangaroo Island, which will be coming out in that video. So very excited about that. Besides that, this lens is so ridiculously sharp. 24mm is a really cinematic focal length, and I've been loving the shots we've been getting with this on the gimbal. This is my favorite lens at the moment. We're using it almost all the time. If you've been thinking about getting this lens, I would highly recommend it. Moving on to our next new lens, we have the 70-180 f2.8 from Tamron. We didn't have a zoom, and it's something we've been really wanting for a while, not only for nature shots, but also I just love the look you get from a zoom for portraits and even landscapes. We went with the Tamron over the Sony 70-200 f4 because it's way smaller, something we have to think about with space in the car and when we go on hikes, etc. It's cheaper and it goes down to f2.8, which is great for low light and a nice shallow depth of field. We've been really impressed with this lens in regards to autofocus and sharpness, and it's given us some nice variety in our shots. It's been good for nature shots, but the 180mm isn't too long. It would be nice to have a bit more reach, but lenses start getting really big when you go from 200 to 600, so this is pretty good for now. Another huge upgrade we have done recently has been in our sound equipment. Often you hear film creators like Andrew St. Pierre White from 4x Overland that sound is more important than video, and I can totally see what he means. There is nothing worse than distracting bad audio. But when it's good, it can really immerse you in what's happening. So we have bought two new mics. The first is what we are using right now, which is the Rode Video NTG. This is a shotgun mic, which means it's directional. What you point it at is what it will pick up. Great for people talking to the camera in situations like this. This is not a cheap mic, but it is loaded with features. Not only can I use it on my camera, but I can also use it on my phone and even plug it in via USB-C to a laptop for voiceovers, which I use in Icons. Australia is full of places that are so unique. They really capture your imagination and sense of adventure. So despite the price, it really does multiple jobs and it does all of them really well. Moving on to our next mic, and I'm really excited about this one. It's the Rode Video Stereo X. This is a stereo microphone, which means it will pick up ambient noise. Now, if the last mic was expensive, then this one is very expensive. Over $600 just for this mic. So why do we get it? Because it pretty much sounds better than real life. It picks up noises I can't hear. When we're at camp, it will pick up the birds, us cooking, the wind. It's a really immersive experience. The Aussie bush sounds incredible, and it's something we haven't really been able to pick up before. So this is probably the piece of equipment I am most excited about. I actually want to do a film called The Sounds of the Snowy Valleys, which will have no talking, just nice music, beautiful shots, and the sounds of the bush. Going to shoot it with this mic, the Rode Stereo Video X, so we're really excited about that. All right, so more gear. We have invested in some really good variable ND filters. These are the Peter McKinnon Mist Edition variable NDs from Polar Pro. These allow us to keep our shutter speed constant for realistic motion blur, whilst also being able to stop right down in our aperture for nice bokeh. The Mist Edition part of them means they have a diffuse layer in them, making them very slightly opaque. This just softens skin tones nicely and rounds light off. It's a lot of technical jargon and they're actually a lot of effort, but when used correctly, they do give a pleasing result. We also have this little aperture portable light, just for emergencies. If we need some extra light, it's just good to have. It can be any color and can also do effects like fire, which can be handy. All right, so another upgrade recently has been our tripod. We had quite a big, cumbersome one before that made it a bit hard to travel around with, and we are all about saving space, of course. So we bought this, which is a Siru AM225-US, which is a carbon fiber travel tripod. Super lightweight, super compact, and it's just made it a lot easier for us to be able to walk around with a tripod. So another little upgrade that we've done just on all our camera gear has been using Arca Swiss quick release plates. This just means we can put these connections on any of our tripods, gimbals, anything like that, and we can just screw the cameras in really quickly. It just saves us having to change around from different heads and pieces. So this is all about time saving. Lastly, we have this, which is the Nighthawk M5. It's a portable router you can load up with data. It's a really good internet solution for on the road. So we talked about this a few videos ago. This was a sponsored bit of gear, but after the Kangaroo Island trip, it actually really impressed us. It's on Telstra, which Holly is also on, but this got way better signal. I think it was at Remarkable Rocks on Kangaroo Island. Holly and I had 1 bar of 3G, and this nearly had full bars of 4G. So this will always come with us on a trip now. Besides that, we actually lost some gear recently. I sent my $4,500 MacBook Pro away to be fixed. The courier company then lost it on the way back. It's not fun. They don't want to pay for it. I'm trying to talk to Fair Trading. It's been a real mess. So if anyone has a spare $4,500 MacBook Pro lying around, hello. As you can see, we are now in our spare room. It is a studio, but I have to admit this video has been a little bit painful to shoot. Snowy Mountains Highway is right there, and we are constantly having trucks going past. Perfect timing, logging truck. So I think we might have to move, which sounds horrible here, into our other spare room that I've been using for an art studio. We might switch this in there for doing our recording, and I'll move the art studio in here. But I'm really keen to see what we can create in here. I'm actually really keen to do more videos like this, more sort of the technical side of filmmaking, and maybe helping people who are keen to learn more about it. So when it comes to four-wheel drive and touring, I'm not Ronnie Dahl, I'm not Andrew from 4x Overland. I'd consider myself an amateur. Most of you watching would have far more experience in four-wheel drives than I do. But photography and videography, I am confident in giving advice. So another video idea we had was to shoot a whole vlog just on our iPhones, just to show you what can be done with the camera in your pocket. So again, all this gear we have got recently is not for beginners. Not only are we using it for our YouTube channel, but we have been doing extra work shooting small films for tourist boards and real estate videos, which helps us keep making travel videos for you guys. Just you watching is a huge help to this channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so if you want to see Aussie travel films. We sell a few things like these OLT stickers and even original artwork from yours truly, which really helps the channel out. As you know, I'm a big fan of photography on the road, which leads me on to this video's sponsor, Skillshare. With the help of Skillshare, we've both been able to learn new skills remotely, which we have since used in real life jobs. If you don't know much about Skillshare, it is an online learning platform that offers thousands of courses. We use it for courses on iPhoneography, which we will be putting into practice on a camp trip and bringing out soon as a how-to video. Skillshare is a very affordable option for online learning, being less than $10 per month on an annual subscription, but for the first 1,000 people who click the link in our description below, you will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you will find a course that you would really enjoy on Skillshare. Anyway, that is all from me. We're really excited for our Kangaroo Island video coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. And cheers, see you in the next one.